After an unfortunate and humbling bug infestation from our site at Jonathan Dickinson State Park, our morale was low and we needed to find the perfect reset. Not knowing exactly when that would come, we snagged a last-minute cancellation at Sebastian Inlet State Park, and honestly, it was just the kind of camping we've been hoping for. There aren't many campgrounds that offer a better view than this one, so we are taking full advantage of our time here. Welcome to Living Large Camping. Check-in was easy. We're a little early, but she said the site was ready, so I was prepared to wait.
We needed that. We're only like 45, but that's still really nice.
Yeah, it's 2:15. They say check-in's at 3 o'clock, but check-out's at 1, and Florida State Park personnel are on top of getting these sites turned over. They try very hard not to have people waiting in their parking lots, which we appreciate.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that we snagged this spot. Got our walkies. It is stunning over here. I'm gonna get Barkley, I'm gonna get Connor all backed up first and show you guys. Because we booked this so last minute, it is a pretty tight spot. I think it is 30.
My goal is to have the edge of the camper kind of go right by that wood where the power pole is.
Okay, perfect. It is 30 feet, so we're trying to see if we can get our camper all the way over left so we make the most use of our space, as well as put it to the back so that we can park our car here instead of on the other side of the road or in the overflow parking lot. So he's backing it up over left right now, and it's pretty good. For how tight they are, Connor's doing absolutely amazing, and I'm very impressed. That's the most blocks we've needed in all of our Florida State parks. We needed 2 on the back, 1 on the front, and it's basically level. But dang, it is hot. We definitely need to get our AC going. All right, now that we're all unhooked, what do you think?
This spot's amazing. It's on the smaller side, but we knew that when we booked it. This one has a max length of 30 feet, and we are 27 and a half. But the view is worth, I mean, way more than 28 bucks a night or whatever it is.
Oh my gosh. This is our backyard. I cannot believe it. When you picture Florida camping, it is this view exactly in my brain. It's just crystal blue waters, boats going by, a white sandy beach that you look across. I mean, I don't know if you can go swimming here, but it looks pretty inviting because it is high 80s today, if not maybe 90. It is very, very hot. So Connor's gonna go plug everything in. We're gonna get the AC running for little puppy because he's feeling the heat for sure. All right, puppy, you good? Taking you home for the night? Not too bad? Yeah. Slide is out, AC is running. It says it is 86 in here, so I can only imagine how hot it actually is outside. I just, again, can't believe that we got this last minute. Thank you to whoever canceled this and that you let someone else enjoy it. And this is just such a pinch me moment, I think. We're camping in Florida, we're not in snow camping, and this view is just top notch. This is exactly why we love this lifestyle, minus the bugs we were dealing with for the past week and this morning.
Nothing better than a relatively easy setup here at camp. The fifth wheel is certainly something to get used to as far as backing in goes, but intuitively it feels pretty right. I just keep forgetting how far forwards I have to go. Like, I really need to be starting like 3 sites over just to get my turn right, and this one's a pretty tight turn in, but we made it. This site has got to be one of the best views we have ever had in a campground, and for as cheap as Florida State parks are, this cannot be beat. We're gonna go walk the loop a little bit, see how many other cool camper setups are here. We're gonna leave Barkley because it is hot, but it looks like rain is coming. So once we get back here, hopefully everything cools down a little bit and we can just hang out and enjoy these views. I see a guy over here. He was in front of us in line at the dump station at Jonathan Dickinson. We must have taken different routes to get here, but neighbors there, neighbors here.
I do have to say one thing though. I just watched them back up and Connor absolutely crushed it compared to them. Not saying they're doing a bad job, but he swung in there one time and nailed it.
You're my good eyes in the back.
Walkie-talkies, baby.
It looks nice and blue skies and sunny here, but I mean, that is some ugly looking clouds over there. So hopefully we can make the campground loop before it starts raining. But yeah, a nice like rainy hour in the camper after a driving day and setup is never a bad thing. From the signs, it says there's only 60 sites. Not too many of them are waterfront, maybe 15. So we definitely lucked out. Some are on the smaller side, nothing super huge. There's a couple really long pull-through sites, but I would say overall they're on the smaller side. On one end of the park, there is a nice boat ramp here. There's 3 pretty large boat slips. which of course we're gonna be using because we didn't blow our boat up at all at Jonathan Dickinson. We just got too busy and the bugs were too bad. But now that we're here and we're staring at the ocean, we're gonna be on the water. But it's busy, it's a Saturday, and the boat trailer parking is pretty well stacked up.
We just had a rain shower, so we hung inside and cooked some dinner, and now we are outside enjoying a gorgeous sunset right outside of our camper, walking Barkley. And I think that's exactly what we needed after just a chaotic few days with these bugs, and leaving today just showed us exactly how good this life can be. But you do need the bad, I think, to just also appreciate the good.
One thing I always love is just how calm the ocean is after a rain shower. I mean, they call it a river here, but the inlet or the intercoastal is like a lake right now. It's gonna be good. We're gonna enjoy the sunset, have a nice evening at camp. See you guys tomorrow.
Good morning. We had a gorgeous walk to the end of the state park and witnessed a beautiful sunrise. And now I was just looking up things to do, and it looks like this area, which you won't be surprised, is popular for boating, fishing, and just anything outdoors. So naturally, we are out here getting the boat all blown up.
I don't know if you can hear the sound, I'm sure you can, but there's a huge barge that's dredging part of this inlet, and they're actually pumping it all the way down the beach, which is really pretty crazy that they can even do that, but it does mean it is louder here at the campground. So instead of sitting here listening to that, we're gonna go out on the water. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it's supposed to be rainy this afternoon, but until then, it seems like there's lots of little nooks and inlets and coves for us to go explore around. The state park does stretch both sides of the inlet, so if we can go find a nice place to have lunch on the boat, I think that's a perfect way to have our first day here in Sebastian.
First things first, blowing up the boat.
We're just about packed up here. Amelia made some yummy chicken salad for lunch, so we're gonna pack a lunch, hopefully have a picnic spot out on the water. And we did pick up a new camera, but we got a 360 cam, so hopefully while we're on the boat and everything, we can get some cool shots and kind of use it like a little drone that's following us without actually having the drone in the air. There is an airport just across the inlet here, and drone restrictions are increasingly hard to understand. So this should give us some drone-like shots without having to actually have that in the air. I'm excited to use it. It's gonna be a lot of testing and figuring it out, so hopefully it doesn't, like, you know, completely not work while we're on the water, but I have a good feeling about it. We're gonna go get the boat launched. We'll see you guys on the water. Who knows, we might be like an hour or two late. It's very choppy over here. We're gonna try to get over across the inlet, not through the inlet, thankfully this time, and see if there's any kind of peaceful spot to hang out for a little bit, but if it's gonna be like this, we may have missed it.
Yeah, it definitely seems more like a early morning boating, which we probably should have gone closer to sunrise since we were already up, but we were enjoying our morning, our views out the window, and we do have tomorrow. So maybe this is just a test to see where we want to go, and then tomorrow morning we can have a good game plan. All right, so we came over to the cove, but we cannot see the depths very well, so we are slowly coasting in here. Oh, well, we found the bottom. Well, it's not super deep.
I wonder why we ran aground. Once again, we're also boating in low tide, so I did look at tide schedules yesterday. They were just, I didn't look at them this morning.
That's perfect.
Whoa, that got deep.
Hold on, Bark.
Well, it was a little chaotic getting over here, but this area is so cool. The water is surprisingly clear based on how murky it was over by the boat ramp, and this is definitely a cool spot to come at high tide. That would be so nice to be able to cruise in here and park the boat wherever we want, but at low tide, you just get out and walk it a little bit. No big deal. So we're gonna jump in the water here. We did bring some lunch. It's gonna be nice to have before we head back to the camper, but the mangrove trees and the sand and the ocean it's really pretty.
Dude, it's so good. Do you guys like that? He crushed that swim. So good. He loves to come out with us when we're both swimming. He will not stay. So we'll see if he stays back just for a sec so I can get in. I'm just barely swimming and I'm not even going anywhere fast. It is long.
This water is so salty and the tide is still sort of going back out, so you immediately start floating and shooting down this little way towards the inlet, but it feels good. I haven't swam in water this salty in a very long time, but it feels right. Someone's got the zoomies. Watch out! Watch the rope.
Lunchtime. This is gonna be delicious and yummy. Not too bad.
Cold chicken salad on a hot day. Very good. It's a great little lunch here, but the winds are picking up fast, and it's supposed to start raining at about 2:30. So we're gonna push the boat back out. I'm probably gonna walk it out past this sandbar here, and then we'll fire it up and finish up the inlet and go back around towards camp. But this is so cool. I mean, just being able to come over here and open up this area and this style of camping and boating and everything is pretty special. We hope you guys have enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video here again in Sebastian, Florida.
This is exactly what we needed after dealing with the whole bug fiasco. Just to have a nice day with a gorgeous view out of our camper and on the boat. It's just perfect. So next video, we'll see you guys probably here again, but maybe snorkeling and seeing everything we can under the water. Bye guys.
Hope you all have a large day.